me tell you something, chums. In this age that we're now living in, I don't know about you, but magazines are a luxury, right? And I'm lucky, living in London, you can go into these hotels, very posh hotels, right? And there's many magazines free because they can't sell them. I've told you before that Vogue was giving away my studio endlessly every month. The racks of them, nobody ever wanted them, you know what I mean? But that's how it worked. And it's interesting, isn't it? Because when you go, say, to your supermarket, you might get your TV guide or your puzzle book or something and think, this is a treat, but it keeps going up and, can you afford it? There are other situations aligned to this in the world of media, right? And they are this. Interesting. You see, there are very few people that can shift copies of magazines. You understand that expression, move, sell, right? Have to check, Northerner. The thing is, there are very few that can do that. Catherine, the Princess of Wales, is an instant seller. That's the reason why she's put on the front cover of so many magazines. A beautiful lady, enigma, nice story, and more importantly, a pleasant feature. This lady, also Melania Trump, very beautiful lady, critics, whatever, a beautiful, poised lady. I think one of the most elegant first ladies we've seen in a long time. And I'm not knocking previous ladies, it's just there's a nice showbiz effect about it. And that's what, people want. It's almost Jackie O stuff, you know what I mean? It's interesting though, isn't it? Even though this particular lady, Melania, can literally shift, well, thousands of copies of magazines, this clot-headed company, oh yes, well, apparently Vanity Fair have decided they don't want her. And more importantly, if they put her on the front cover, the woke staff are going to walk out. Let me explain. Morning, how are you? Welcome back, one and all. Nice to see you. We'll have a lovely wave. You know what I mean? If you work, sorry, it's a bit lame, that, isn't it? Nice to see you, chump. I think that if I cast my mind back to working in magazines and everything that I did, and you had no say on things like that. The editor would say, this is the front cover, and, I might be sent to interview the person or whatever. But you didn't say, I don't like that person, we shouldn't put her on. You just were grateful of the job, you wanted the job, and who on earth are you to say to anybody, this is the ridiculousness now that we've now got in. As we've seen time and time again, councils frightened, of course, of losing their own vote, so will take down the English flag because don't to offend people. Who's running this thing, right? This is the problem for Mark, I think it's Gudusi, over at Vanity Fair. Seems a right wet blanket to me. Right, now Vanity Fair are losing money, right? They don't sell copies. Now, Vanity Fair, if you want to come and have a go, feel free. But I can take you to numerous hotels where you comp that magazine across all receptions. It's just all there, and it's just ridiculous because outside you're paying for it. You walk through the door, you can pick up endless copies. I don't want it, it's a bit of a boring read in my opinion. Of course, some people do enjoy Vanity Fair. But what's interesting is, as I say, the staff have decided that, well, they don't want a good selling copy. No, they've decided they don't want that. And so they decide to do, and remember, this is not even an interview, this might just be a feature with pictures on the First Lady of the United States, Melania Trump. Well, apparently staff are going to walk out. Oh no, we're not having that. No. Now remember, jobs are at stake here. It's plummeting. Very few people can afford to buy Vanity Fair. It's an expensive glossy for the elite. People talk about being on the front cover. We know who was on the front cover. A few years back, Meghan Markle. In fact, earlier this year, she was on the front cover for all the wrong reasons. They weren't too frightened to do that particular issue, were they? So clearly, this is a political slant. Now, as I said, this isn't a political rant from me. Far from it. What I would say is, behind the scenes, this might elevate some sales for a period. You might get advertising attached to that. You might be able to save jobs. But of course, we're always told, aren't we, in the media, the journalistic side of things, that, oh, it's terrible, it's crumbling, people are laying people off. When there's an opportunity to put somebody on to make some money, you'd grab it. It's like over here recently, we had a theatre that decided that even though this particular show was a sellout with Katie Hopkins, the controversial columnist, stroke comedy star, they cancelled it because the staff didn't feel comfortable. Now the staff will be unemployed soon because there's less and less people going. Frightening to think, don't you think, that the staff are now running literally everything? I'd love to know what you think to this particular story. It's far from a vanity project. It's ridiculous. And if I was the editor, I would fire all of them and bring in a brand new set of staff who are willing, able, and more in fact, thrilled to be in a job. There are plenty of people out there. You don't need to be dictated to, no matter who you are. Neil Sean, Kensington, London.